For songs that I love listening to all the time. I hope you enjoyed it. And yes, let me say a big thank you to Yakubu again for bringing out the sports update here on Max, TV, the breakfast show that keeps giving you nothing but the best. Now, it's that time of the moment where I really want to learn. And I'm talking about learning and knowing myself because Asamoah and Anita, it is very important. I believe, me personally, that 99.99% of all of us are affected by a NIM. We're going to look at a wide range of conditions that affect your mood, your thinking, and then your behavior. May has been dubbed as the Mental Health Month. And so today, Anita is here, our in-house analyst about your friends saying when things of this nature to discuss and tell us about what mental health is all about. Are you ready? Let me tell you something. I'm off with when you are sisters who are going through so much big trouble with all these things and that from cry. And we don't actually look at it because it looks like mental health, a bus scale of your friend is saying conditions now, and now it is the least spoken about. In the end, we're going to discuss a thing or two about it, know what it is, learn, and see how you and I can combat it. What's in the channel? All right, so on Max Agenda, I have Anita in studio. How are you? No, here. Bye, and I want to bisa how I quite just brand lecture. Now, grow with the weekend, let's say.
Oh, my weekend was okay.
Sir?
Not too bad. Yes.
Oh, all right. So, Anita, this is one area, because like I've lived outside Ghana for a long time. And
yeah.
They look at it first before even anything. So I want you to tell us, what is mental health all about? What is it?
Yeah, so mental health is it embodies like your whole body.
Okay.
So your emotional, your psychological, your social well-being, all is part of the mental health.
Okay.
So it is the ability for you to know if you are well and you're able to do what you're supposed to do. So it encompasses the whole of you. So it's what I would say, that's your, we have your physical state, your spiritual state, that's when you go into the religion. So it consists or comprises the two mixed together. So when we talk of mental health, here, because we don't really know or we don't pay much attention to it, a lot of people suffer from it, knowingly and unknowingly.
Okay.
I say, mental health. When you mention mental health, now I say they kasafa sebe abodam for.
Oh yes.
And I say ubia na dream e kane kakra. But yeah, mental health. It's not about ubia na dream kano sebe. And I say ubia who is on drugs maybe the drugs is not having effect. So when you're on drugs, maybe you practice drug abuse and then it's affecting you. And no is not saying that the person or mental health issues. And no is a different thing on its own. But we mix all of them together. You get it? I know you have to see a professional so that you go under rehabilitation and all that. But we shouldn't mix the two. It's not as if say ubia or num we and also num cigarette a trese na dream kano. No. Yeah. So like with our sorry.
Sorry, that's a word in the mental, no. We understand it totally different.
So we shouldn't understand it in the aspect of madness.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
It's not just madness.
All right.
Yeah, fine. It's all about your mental state, but it is not madness or like someone that has gone, there are stages of, madness, let me say, but your mental health, the one we are discussing now is your general well-being, your emotional, your psychological, and your social well-being. That's what we are talking about.
Okay, inti everyone saying me start now you see where it say like your mood.
Yes.
On your thinking ability, on your and the way you behave in the idea. So let's look at your friends saying your mood in the idea.
Okay.
Because I believe say maybe you can take some medications that can affect your mood. On your it can also affect your thinking ability and also behavior. And inti obia or what mood swings me kind of cry. I really don't like people or mood swings in the yeah, but maybe I not or go through a lot of things and I say it's on medication and I say let's look at mood swings when it comes to your mental health. What really triggers that?
Yeah, so mood swings I dare kind of say it's not subain, but as the we are now otenontis first be our three as he said there say why you din what can one ko shell you know and no sa na basa na maybe there's something. What triggers it mostly could be stress. You get it? Depression, anxiety, marital issues, unemployment, breakup from a boyfriend or a husband, a divorce. I mean, even there's what we call postpartum depression. It's all part of the mental health. Somebody may have a child, and after that, you know, will go into depression due to the pregnancy. So and also what triggers it? A doesn't be brave. Obi medication be all fun. Maybe certain drug a doctor prescribed for you maybe cause that. And mostly when you notice it, when you go back, the doctor will look at it and maybe change those medications for you. But then so many things trigger our mood or maybe makes our mood to change. Everyday stress at work, when your HR is stressing you, when your boss, maybe you're a marketer, they sets a target of which you know you probably can't achieve at the end of the month. I mean, you know, marketing how it is. You know, it puts you on edge. You become stressed up. You see, you're thinking, fine, you may be okay, you may be laughing, you may be smiling, but within you, you'll be troubled. So, and it's just with marriage too, when maybe you're passing through an abuse in the home. Sometimes you want to endure it for a while so that the marriage will work out. It will get to a time you would see that you want to portray that you are okay to people outside, but within you, you know you are not okay. And so when someone maybe mentions something pertaining to that, in Nkomoma, it could trigger something in you. You see, your mood will change. Maybe you feel like crying. You get it, yeah.
And see, the way I work, I mean, say one for we go through a lot. You know,
a lot.
I may say, you know, I've stopped thinking. Like, oh yes. I mean, only a chair. We were on one or dream. I know I can see. Only a chair.
So, mean that's a good point.
Yeah.
When you think too much, you are unable to sleep well.
Yes.
And that could add. You could add some weight. Yeah.
And my friend says someone who thinks a lot.
Yeah.
Are on to mean that he toss and turn, you know, always getting up near there. At what point does the person needs to get help?
Yes. So when you start having those feelings, fine. Sometimes maybe it's something you could just generally encourage yourself and overcome. But some you may not be able to overcome it by yourself. You have to see a psychologist or probably a psychiatrist when it gets to a certain level. Now we have psychologists all over, and for me, I would tell you, please don't go to a pastor for some certain counseling. No, because the religious counseling these days, I mean, we don't mix religion and science. They are two different things.
All right.
I'm not saying you don't believe in your church or your pastor, but there are some certain things that uko specialist, uko doctor ne hona onim se psychologist and psychiatrist we shouldn't go to the pastor or the imam to seek those kind of counseling. Do you get my point? I'm not saying don't go to them. No.
Your friend is saying, what's the difference between a psychologist and a psychiatrist? What's the difference?
Yeah, so psychologists, no. I say, no, deals with, I mean, kind of say peripheral aspects, no, of the mental, your mental well-being, no. But psychiatrists, no, so go deep more. On I say, adrenal.
Breaking it down, no, I say, what's a psychologist near then?
Like I said, I mean, kind of say, which word was that? Did I use?
Peripheral BBC.
Okay, like on the surface. Now I say, no, to me, share down go deep. To say the psychiatrist, no, but to me, I go deep into your state of mind, no. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
And then the psychiatrist, no, sabi obi ati say wa bodam kakra no, no, obetimi ehun or take history now, obetimi ehun say okay, this na ebi eha no, say na eha no, obetimi atwe edro a ebetimi amana calm me down ne ade. Psychologist no. Or no, so no, you lost someone, and you know it could affect you. Psychologist no huna, or betimi no wakasa. I say, bet me no wakasa, then bring you back into your formal state.
Okay,
you get it.
But in principle, so like when we say obi ewa wariem on, you know, kwaware or tete, it we more bodam. On your meche no. Let me use the word sebi. Sebi, it means more way. What triggers that? At what point does that thin line get, you know?
Oh, it's just a thin line. Our mental state in there, it's just a thin line between say your normal state and the state now, ube cross now, ube bottom, or maybe I say you are going downside a bit. It's just a thin line, just like love and hate. So in the marriage you are saying, maybe the person has endured so much, and what the person was expecting isn't what the person is getting. And maybe on anybody, on the mind, now it's overwhelmed. You see, so at that point it triggers that state now. I say bibia fani trim kakra. You see, it's just a thin line. So maybe the person has endured so much for a long time. You get it, and didn't seek help. At the initial stage, when you seek help, there could be remedy. You get it?
Okay.
Yes, there's always a remedy. At least you'll be on some medications and all that. But when you don't seek help at all, one call psychologist and I say one who doctor. Now we who the or the draw trauma wa ebetimi ako the stage enye sebi ebeka se bia or bodam. When say bin so wo ho a nyesa obodam so nam kwan but ote ho a wa wonim say onye correct. My say no tini ho I say na or yeah so different stages.
Sebi I say
yes sebi may happen to be but it happens. Me who obi a sebio ni kun konyinsen obi ni house helper up to now or that so bodam whatever or that so I mean she's still not okay she's not okay at all just because you see say the husband does an extra marital affair intinu obi ani the obetimi a hold you when you are overwhelmed definitely your mind will get triggered the state will get triggered.
Okay, it's like how do one get help on your material? Like my friend said, people around you,
Yes.
So what are some of the signs? My friend said Nipa exhibit here. Maybe someone around you can tell you, say no, we need to seek help at this very moment.
Yes, now I know you. When I come here, you make me laugh because always when I sit down, you like, oh, you look like you. I mean, you get it. Then maybe I come here someday and I see that, oh, you are not your normal self. I would be able to tell that, maybe you had a bad day at home or you didn't sleep well. And the people around you should be able to tell your dad, your mom, your boyfriend, maybe your boyfriend should be able, or your girlfriend should know that, my girlfriend, I think she's changing and it's not as if, say, we have any issue. Your husband, your wife, for 3 days, you've not talked to me. What's happening? Is anything going on at work? Maybe it's work stress. So the people around us, our social circles, it could be your church members, because some people go more to the church. It could be your schoolmates, people who see you often, your colleagues. Even at work too, we should look out for each other. You see, people are stressed up. We shouldn't live I came to work, I perform my duties, and then I go back home. No, let's watch out for others. The HRs, do you take care? I mean, are you concerned about the mental state of your employees? You get it. Look out for signs. When you employed this person, one who said the person was vibrant and all that, was performing well, you see, and now it's as if the person is just there. It doesn't laugh, or it doesn't smile, it doesn't talk much. The person is withdrawn, you see. We should take note of this with people around us, and we should be each other's watch. Bibi enkoya me hu say, oh, I say bibi ye no na wetimi aboa. Because talking ye kasa at times are eboa, o kasa training pakon no eno so boa because sometimes I didn't share wakumema or ya no dosun. You see, so we talk, when you speak out sometimes it reduces every na ama bibia ako fine.
Okay. But maybe so, like your friend is saying, more mental issues, you know, like some get that particular support, and some people don't get that support at all. You all know more, no, what kind of wisdom on your channel, on to me, any nipa ending though people might see same, but this person is going through so much for so many years on your channel, is boiling up now. Such person now. On your sociable, only nipa around, what does that person do?
Yes, so such a person, if maybe there are people like that, or no, on shadan kani hunko nipemu, is he or she is very quiet, doesn't like interacting with people. I think if you're such a person, the best thing to do is say, you yourself walk to a doctor in the hospital or a clinic, confide in someone, because sometimes you can't bear it all alone. Yeah, we have dirty secrets that you want to keep alone, but sometimes you have to confide in somebody. So go to a doctor, preferably. You see, doctor no onko kan wasem nchire obia, because we sign oaths for that. Intino na or no very fair to psychologists and psychiatrists. Now what me kan wasem chire no. Confide in your doctors, and that's why it is good say you benya personal doctor or nurse. You get it, so that bibi ya una untimi nka nkyere wo yire sebia na say uku ana say u mami ana u papa, you should be able to confide in your doctor, and then from there you can get some medical help.
All right,
so confide in someone at least. But for some certain things you don't confide in religious leaders.
Okay. Now let's go back to the beginning, because I believe if the foundation is cracked, mental health when it comes to children.
Yes.
As a parent, how do you identify maybe a problem and I need to take him or her to a psychiatric or your friend
psychologist or see a doctor or something? Yeah. So statistics has to say, before the age of 14, most children that will be, or adolescents that will have the mental issue, they always get it before the age of 14.
Before the age of 14?
Yes. So I say, back a kakra, until before age 14, na adani huedi, pefe ewo nipanimu. Like children, now, you have your child at home. You know how this child behaves. When you come back, he or she is all over you, and all that. But say no, I say ube fear on kane home ba onunkwa tene baby. Sometimes even someone abusing your child can make the child withdrawn. You get it? That's why you have to ask questions. You have to open your eyes. Maybe people are living with you. Someone could be abusing your child. You don't know. You see the child will be withdrawn. So you have to be careful. You get it? And then, as children, let's interact more with them. Ask the child, say, today when you went to school, what happened? What did your teacher do? You get it? interact with them every day when you come back home. Even maybe you come back late, maybe they are asleep. But in the morning, you can quickly do that before you head off to work again. So let's interact more with our children, and adolescents especially. Adolescents especially, you see, they have issues on that. Sometimes not like say, but well, here no parents discussing sex issues with adolescents is a problem. So they tend to, draw closer to maybe their friends or peers, and maybe some could mislead them. Let's make it, let's change phenomenon so that talk to your adolescent children, teenagers especially, discuss with them. This is your body. This is how it is. Don't do this. Don't do this. You have this option. Discuss more with them as parents. If as a woman, you can't talk to your son, the father can do that. Then you will take on your daughter and talk to her. So let's interact more with our children. That's what I would say.
Okay. Yeah. As in with the issue, and easy. Now, mental health about elderly people are.
Yes.
Let's look at that particular one.
Yeah.
How do we solve that problem? Maybe with the let's say 45 years, 50 a day call, and it's now triggers. You've had probably a very good life, and somehow, some way, Nyema, and you see the word sebe, Wabobra at the age of 45, 50, then some strategy be at all. How do you deal with such problem?
Yeah, so there are, just like you said, Wabobra. And I say, bibi mu assistant kakra. Maybe sabi due to your planning, or you didn't plan well for your pension life.
Thank you.
When you go to the hospitals, you see a lot of people are omu yaris say, but I say sikansu ni ho. Ebi obinsu wa no wiskaba one planning ye bibi obinsu wa bibi nebe boom. Ni nyina no, it causes stress. Ema it causes anxiety and depression. Inti no I say na dwenu nso enkoye nipa no nso a oyare. All you have to do is to what? Still confide in someone. Talk to a doctor, because you can't keep it all to yourself. You get it? When you keep it, the more you keep it to yourself, the more wadwenu ebe trigger bibia ebia your ebe snap bibi from where your brain. Well, let's confide in someone. Talk to someone. That's what I will keep saying, because obinsu has some old parents or old people be the children are not even taking care of them. That is another stress on its own. You are not taking care of your old parents. You leave them alone. Recently, we are doing some in Central Region. I interacted with an old lady. This woman has kids outside. That's what I was told. But like, she's not getting care, and she's just there withdrawn. You see, that's her mental state is at a I say obinkwala no bia mbisa na say let's look after our aged parents. Like when you go through menopause, sometimes your mood changes.
Okay.
You see, as a man, you usually have erection, but now because of certain issues, you're not getting that. Your wife is still young. You see, as a man, you get stressed up. You think more. Talk to someone. You see, talk to someone. Talk to a doctor. Confide in someone. And from there, you'll be able to get help.
Inti, what about menopause?
Yeah.
Let's elaborate on that. Because it looks like a lot of people are in that particular state, and those that are around them can't really live with them. How do you deal with somebody who is... Why are you laughing?
Oh.
Yeah, how do you deal with such person or go through that cycle of life at the moment?
Yes. Changes in the body that occurs through menopause ain't easy. Obi wo ho a body heat, obi wo ho ebi obekasa bebre, obi wo ho a ebia obeye withdrawn. But in all if you know you are living with someone and you know the age of the person, say bia maybe this is the age. I say bia nipa no can control say menopause ne hami, but you yourself you could see say bia this is what's happening to the person. You could make the person talk to a midwife You see. Then sometimes to let them talk, to relieve tension. You see, when I say, oh, kasa, na I say, oh, kikem gune, so I say, oh, Jamie and all that, leave me alone, and the person will get more. You see, sometimes let them talk out what they want to say. Allow them to speak.
To vent out.
Yes, thank you. Then the person will be calm. You see, because it's not good. And so say because the person is going through menopause. No, na I say why are we doing? No, subetimi ahano kakra. Intino. If you have such a person, you could talk to a midwife. The midwives are there to help us, or a doctor.
All right. Yeah. Now let me ask you this one. Your friend said, aside seeking professional help, you know, how would a loved one really assist?
Yeah. So as a loved one, you could assist by recommending a book for the person to read.
A book.
If the person reads or loves reading, you could take the person to a natural environment, like the beach.
Okay.
Or maybe somewhere to say like green trees, where you see the greens. Let the person sit for a while. Meditation also helps.
Thank you.
Meditation. So when we are about concluding, I'll give some tips on meditation. So meditation helps, you see. And then you yourself as a person, you can help yourself, but by encouraging yourself, say, no, I want to get out of this. I'm not, you know, like what the Christians say, confessing positive.
Affirmation.
Yes. Yeah. So say positive things about yourself. Don't compare yourself to others. Because someone is doing well, you are not doing well. It's just a stage. Life is a stage. You see, don't get excessively overwhelmed with niyama ekoso around you, financial issues, marital issues. Take it easy, one day at a time.
Okay.
We would get over it.
You're recommending that for someone who is going through anxiety?
Yeah, so anxiety, once I had to say be how, but I say, we sure of the outcome. So I say, you can help yourself by maybe saying positive things about yourself, or still confiding in someone. We all have friends. And if you don't trust your friend, I keep saying that just see a doctor. And that is why we all need, at least a personal doctor, let me put it that way.
Okay.
Talk to a doctor. The doctor is always there to give you help. Or a nurse. If you don't have access to a doctor, you talk to a nurse. Yeah.
You know, I believe in the power of the mind.
Yeah.
You know, because I've gone through a phase of my own, where I had to now understand what the mind is.
Yes.
And if you put your mind to work, if you clean the mind, you can get back to sanity.
Thank you.
So, for people who are stuck in the past, like unforgiveness, what should they do?
Forgive people. When you forgive, I'm not saying say fache na uremfi. Not then no, that is foolishness. But who forgive totally. Na you feel what dream. But when we keep holding on to the grudge or yaw na boyfriend be maybe 5 years ago, because of that, you can't even get married. It's a problem on its own. Because your girlfriend did something to you, because of that, you are not able to go into a normal relationship. Or you are even saying because of that, I'll be sleeping around with women. You see, it's not good. You are harming yourself more. You see, so don't let us hold on to the past grudges, of issues that are behind. Let's look forward. Always look, ahead of you. Speak positive things about yourself, you see, and forget the past. The past, took care of itself. Look forward and move on. That's what I would say.
Okay, so we let me just put this in this context, like because of what I've seen. I've seen like society really shuns people with mental, health issues a lot. How do we deal with it? Now let's talk to the entire society. How do we deal with it? How does society embrace people who are dealing with mental health issues?
Yes, so embracing, it starts from around you. your home first. Oma uni omoteno. You yourself, you are not on good terms with the person. How do you embrace the person? What is any panic catcher say? May call what's this hospital? I mean, the mental hospital. Or psychiatric hospital. When the person tells you, "So I'm going to a psychiatric hospital," then you start telling your friends, that, "Hey, this person, I think she's mad or he's mad." You see, that's discrimination. Just because the person told you, say, "I'm seeing a doctor at this facility," let's not discriminate. Let's accept them.
Is it because of ignorance? Like people really don't know.
It's ignorance.
Say, like,
it's ignorance, and that's what I was saying. Say people mix madness with like when you're having depression or anxiety and all that. I say abodam. They feel that when you mention mental health, it is just purely about madness. No, it is not about madness.
Obia echo through that.
Yes, even myself. Every one of us goes through these stages. You see, because Bibi wo here a bit me a how unemployed. They say there's high rate of unemployment in the country. People are suffering. That alone, with the COVID, a whole lot of issues happened. People were abused in their homes during this lockdown period. Many wives died. Even in Ghana here, we had cases like that, you see. So a whole lot is happening to people. So open up to somebody, you see. People around you, watch out for them. Don't discriminate. When you see something happening to your friend or your neighbor, you could even lead the person, say, "Oh, come, let young call hospital." Well, then you encourage the person thereby, but don't just outrightly, discourage them, bother them and all that. Then we keep telling people, say, "What bother man? Are you mad?" Those kind of words. Don't let us use such words. You see?
Okay. Now this is I was standing for a friend. Gone through total period of stress, emotional breakdown and all of that. And then you get on medication. You can't deal with that particular medication. Who results in, taking medication for their mental health, how do they stop this? Because it becomes part and parcel of them. How do they deal with that?
Yeah. So, sometimes you are on it for life, depending on maybe when your doctor reviews and sees that, say, you can go off that medication. But some people are on it for life. They are always, like you see, on that medication. But some too, at a point, the medication is stopped. And the doctor will watch and see, say, if the person can go back to the normal lifestyle or not, but all depends on the doctor that is seeing you. If the doctor feels you should still be on medication, please be on that medication. And if the doctor tells you to stop, you don't continue taking the medication. And in short, those medications, you can't get them over the counter. So definitely, you can't buy them just from anywhere. You see, so because you can't just get them over the counter. But if your doctor says you should be on it, be on it. If he says you are to stop, then you stop.
Wow, so more everyone says self-medicated people.
Self-medication for no, they know they unya say no. But sleeping tablets now.
Oh yes.
Person of my brain person me fana me da na fi da bia ofa da bia na chemist run so no so ton ma e no so nye. Wahu. Adweno e da bebre so e no so nye.
Okay. And see, we're going to open the phone lines so that you can call in and ask the questions. Dear, how near dear Mr. So, line now, no, I turn it down the volume of your TV. Speak to your phone, and we will help you because the topic here discussing very, very deep. If you have been affected, and we don't know the way out. Into dog, why I say I love calling her dog, you know what I mean?
Hey, I'm a public.
Oh, never change. The lines are opened, Mr. Freya. Make sure that you turn on the volume of your TV so that we can hear you clear. Right. All right. So Anita, let's get into this.
Yeah.
For Is it hereditary, like, this mental health? Can it be passed on?
Yes. Some families will it runs in them. It be a full blown say madness or abodam, but it runs through them. Be a family be maybe postpartum depression and man who say time be they have issues. So time be and say people should be around them to help them take care of the babies.
Okay.
Well, what to say, although I have no intensi, but what to say, sometimes women have kids and you see that they harm the babies. It is part of the postpartum depression. You yourself gave birth to that baby and then you harm the baby. It is postpartum depression. It's a mental issue. You get it? So here, no, it's not common, but it is there. You see? So sometimes it is hereditary. And that is why although I won't say it is a good practice. I mean, we are not in the Stone Age anymore. But you see, in the African community or culture, no, when you want to get married, you see that your family will want to go and find out about the family of the person. And they will say, let's go and find out if there was madness in the family, or there's madness, or there's, you see, some infectious diseases and all that. Our old parents, they did that.
Used to do that.
Used to do that, yeah. It is hereditary. But it doesn't mean we should discriminate against those people. You get it? We shouldn't discriminate against those people. That is it. Just because my brother has a mental health issue, and then because you want to marry me, you feel you can't marry me. It's not good. You get my point. So let us not discriminate against these people. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Your friends say, Oko Bakra, like, they take those details and say, family, is this type of, your friend is saying, issue, you have mental issues, and so I get that.
Yeah.
Now, let's look at, okay, young call phone is Nanaya from Bubuashi in Dinkom. Nanaya, good morning.
Good morning.
It's saying,
Boko
Aquaba. Mr. Wa, your friend say, what's him to Jana in Dinkomo? Why?
Maybe team program, in fact, many are doing
And that's it.
Anita Asamoah. Anita, where Nanaya on her friend?
Nanaya.
Bubuashi.
Oh, okay. I think maybe it's my cousin or brother.
So,
yeah. Okay. Thank you for calling in. Yeah, so go on, please.
All right.
When you beat so now say be any panel or keep on making same mistakes. Maybe our mistake we now you keep on repeating the same mistake every time. And also to me a mental health.
All right.
Okay, all right. Yes. So only the panety. Not every time. When say that we are coming from different backgrounds and we got married, living in the same house.
I don't think maybe it's a marriage situation.
No, but general, yes.
Yeah.
So okay. So only, but we, say we from different backgrounds. It could be a neighbor, it could be marriage, it could be your colleague. But I say nipa ne tem biano or yet that same thing. No. Ebiana because I can't honintia. I said you can say character say your friend say it's not say be a mental issue, but if it is something or wow shall say way it's not so good, then you should know say maybe that person has a mental issue, and then maybe you have to talk to the person or let the person seek help. You get it? So it depends on what the person is doing. But it depends on what the person is doing. That's what I would say.
All right.
Yeah. So if assuming every day I get angry at you just without anything, when I come to work I'm angry at you and all that, then you should know that something is either triggering it or there's something. You see. So let's always look for a common root. Now I didn't causes the corner. If the obvious na bibia ni hwa, then you should maybe try to keep yourself from that.
All right, let's go to Asamoah and talk to Patience. Patience, good morning.
Morning.
Let's say. On Pachoma, or voice so Kakrama, my PJ Mumma Kakra. All right, Anita, I say for us to Johnny Uncle. Right.
Many Beman at your and not like abusing me sexually. Every day to me that me sorry and not like only may have sex.
Okay.
If I'm catching and on me every day is continuous like that.
That's without your consent. Is that what you are saying? If I'm getting you right.
Oh, I think we lost on that one. So, how would you would that also adapt to Wayne? Because
no. I think trauma. I think for him, no, I don't know if maybe he enjoys doing that whilst she doesn't give the consent. That could be. That's tantamount to rape, actually. Even though you are partners, you get it. But yes, this is a big issue. But I think if she can't talk to the person, then she should walk out of the relationship so that she should have her peace. Yeah.
Okay, so Patience, hello, Patience.
Hello.
Yes. Continue. I understand you want to ask another question.
I say I'm staying with a man, but everything about the man is like he's mentally disturbed. I've been cautioning him to go and see a psychiatric or a mental hospital, but he's not ready to go. And all the time we'll be having issues on that. Wow. And anytime I want to even break the relationship too, he's on my neck. What should I do about it?
You see,
right.
Some people use that against you. Narcissists.
Okay.
You want to break up with them, then a one of will say, when you leave me, I will die. Meanwhile, the way he's treating you is not good, or the way she's treating you is not good.
In this case, for someone that, when you'll be said, will be said, let's go and seek help. There are a lot of people, when you tell them that, they will say they won't go. In that situation, how do you lure this person to go to the hospital?
You have to try. You keep trying. You know that there's always one person and Nipano has some high level of respect for.
Okay.
Let the person talk to him. Say, explain to the person this is the situation. Then let the person talk to him. Now, ultimately convincing so that you could both go to the hospital to see a doctor. You get it? Because many is just like let me say most men, because they feel they are men and head of the house, they feel maybe there's nothing wrong with them.
Oh yes.
You see,
yes.
So most men don't go to the hospitals. You see, so I think encouragement too helps. So encourage the person. Say, when you go to the hospital to see a psychologist or a psychiatrist, it doesn't mean that you are mad. You see, and yes, what about them? Uko doctor and I say psychologist and I psychiatrist and Teresa what about them? Sebi, intinu shenipani in crying. I mean, encourage the person. Sana wetimi ediwechina mako. You see, because you can't afford bringing a doctor to your home, because we all know how our system is. Untimi nchiasa doctor neka, a specialist to come to your home. So encouragement nana yedebe maomo. But if there's an abuse, please kindly leave before you can now be seeking help for the person. Leave first. If nipa no obu or you will say I say rape near the day, kindly leave the person first, please. That's what I would say.
Wow, interesting topic for today's edition of Max Morning Easy. All right, so the lines are open. Mr. Ofra, make sure that you turn up the volume of the TV. If it's not clear, line again. We need to make sure that everything goes on perfectly. Looking at, let's go to Spinters. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, good. Welcome to the show. Me pacho peja o voice ka crazy. My name is Rumami. Why? Na minti only. Why?
Okay then.
All right.
Me will maybe o na ya na o complaining say bibini na na sum bibia o fo tinya de kwa o na sum so so le yefu mbon yefu sa na bibia o so na o de of course sa kwa o hu solution bia na ka think on your mra a psychiatric missions so count for more than any person penny million.
Anita.
No, outside, no buy. Which will say me at the Kudema or yes.
And me patch also be been in na soon.
Oh, any panic complaint. He said, Pacho line is so.
Pacho,
just Pacho, so what's any panel or complaints have been in na soon?
Does the person tell you say or voices talking to him or her?
Now, say, or the other one of someone, what yes, once they be want to sort. I say will be
yeah. Okay. So I think maybe he's having a hallucination.
Okay. Pacho, okay.
Me Pacho, what are your friend hallucinations?
Okay.
And also, and also your mental issue pa. Me Pacho ka ubetimi ashe ni nkruya encouraging no still mo bine ne nkasa ni pe bi o respecting a pa no nanka one ne nkasa na metimi akọ hospital. What I say because we know a sorry be antimi solve what I say say ohu doctor no mo man edru ne ne kasa what I say seeking help no be boa pa because yam say auditive voices won assume ne ade what hu nti no so seeking help immediately me pa ucho why
but who does he go to why no psychiatric and I say
oh yeah into the first point is you going to the facility the first doctor now even if it's any hospital at all, even if it's Rage, any general hospital near you, you go there first, then the referral is done. If they don't have one in that facility,
okay,
you get it.
They will refer you to another facility.
Immediately. Say no, most of the facilities have the psychologist and psychiatrist for honor. And in the big crime is facility now, almost refer immediately.
Okay. All right. So let's go to Laboni and talk to Ni. Ni, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show. We have a call.
Yeah.
All right.
But I say like me bufu temtem. Maybe I say me bufu kana me buafu tem. Maybe I say you are coming to me say.
Okay. All right. So, Ni, thank you for calling. And he said, "Nebufuntem or tempano." Say, "Hano." So,
yeah.
Is that also a mental? Health problem?
Well,
Okay.
a bit, because it could get to a point. I will say, "Ubetimi ekubi." Ubufuntem a ubetimi afa plate no. What wabono? Nipa na ebi ebo no baby a no wewu. You get it? Watch us work nipa no. Enti me pa ocho say we careful. Unti say enya dia ultimate controller. No psychologist ne obekasa.
Okay.
What I say?
You go psychologist with this issue.
With this issue,
okay.
No. Because before be brain so there enye obi na se bia da no opia na yire from the staircase. Obo for me before. Ebia oyire no kra wa ko chiti. But sister obo na so ye ne bibia na ukun na ebia wa ko chiti. And sister obo no you don't have the right to beat anybody. Intimate paucho anger to that stage in the me paucho if you can't control it, kindly see seek help, professional help. Yeah.
All right.
Professional help me paucho so that it wouldn't take you to a stage sabio dako ubebo bia suma nipa no be fenti na wewu.
All right. Before we take our next caller Obi or one on kasa like let's talk about that.
Yeah.
What does that person do? Is that person also hearing voices and answering? Is just there and you start talking to himself?
Sometimes you what we call soliloquizing. You do that sometimes maybe. I mean, you didn't even know you were doing it because I say you were soliloquizing like the nebro fudino. But I say but sometimes I say what the old drain and oka like maybe I may share madam say na dear we cry here I'm talking to myself. I don't know your mental health issue, but I say there be a otiho na unkwa okasa na obo hu na ye say na ye utiti hu ni ade no de me pa ocho no ye I say e ko e kakra I say seek help. What I say, you have to, you have to seek help.
Yes,
and
so
that's why I keep saying, watch people around you. Be your brother's keeper. be your sister's keeper. You get it?
Let's go to Kaswa and talk to Sandra. Sandra, how are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, lovely voice. Good morning to you. Sandra.
Good morning.
Yeah, Mpacho, your friends Anita Asamoah and Kasa.
Mpacho. I got separated from my partner papa.
Okay.
And living there too. I wasn't having any job, so I had to start on my own. And because of that, if people see me around, they think I'm with Nawari, people don't approach me. And it's giving me psychological issues. Sometimes I get depressed, but I don't have a job to take care of the child. And people too don't approach me because they think you have a child, you are married, and it's getting to me, and it's really worrying me. So I want to help.
Yes. All right. So please, it's a serious issue. You see, you were never married to the person. It was a partner. You guys had have a child together. And, you know, here, there's this thing they normally refer to women as bon one.
Thank you.
Let's stop it. Let's stop calling people bon one, bon two. Because on your biao, you don't know what happened to the person. You don't know what the person has been through. Because of that, one person will be worried ne pakun, woman mene papa. Oba person worry obi a sebi wa oba. Enye sebi, we enye sebi a simple. Enye disease. Enti no moment enjoy sad discrimination na ye no. Nipa no onam ho no hwe nye no. But when say because of a nunti no aye adwendwen ama ne sese, owo ba nipa na anware no no ne jai. Bema foforo mpese obeba. Mama yen sisa ye thinking why. Na mama yen stop us ade ye no. Don't call anybody say bon one, bon two. Let's stop it. It is not good at all. Because you don't know where the person is coming from. How do you know if it was rape? Do you get it? And then, sorry, the last one. My dear lady, please try and get a job.
Okay.
That would, when you have your own money, it will take your mind off so many things. When you have your own source of income.
Okay, we'll add on to that before we conclude. But let's go and talk to Nanama from Kumasi. Nanama, it's saying. Boko Akwaba, thank you so much for calling on the show. Page your voice, Muka Kramamina, Bisa, or question. All right.
Okay, me pacho me wadam for you I say when you train me dear ba no yan get wa wo tv oh na asa ni me bi o ye no asa you said oni ni pa no wo ye no manje different fathers o manje na asa why say bi te de bia no kasa ni we ni pa no me catch and so me before asa and yeah, and sorry, I say hospital.
Me paucho, enya sorry asem. Me paucho, enya sorry asem. Why, sister? Thank you.
So this one.
Yeah, it is serious. She's having a mental issue. Okay, she's supposed to be on medication actually by now. Yeah, so me paucho enya sorry asem. Okwa sorry prayer comes. Omo bechi chiru chain ni niama abohonum. Na bia nso a ka wo fa dro 2 weeks I be ho ato.
Okay.
Nti me pa wo cho mo me nya sa you know.
All right. Okay.
Hospital, why?
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is one topic that we need to really discuss and expand on it because Mimi believe you say like 99.9% of everyone you will be and affected by this one way or the other. Inti anytime your last word before we go. How do we now make this like our number one priority? Say we take care of our mental health than anything else.
Okay, yeah. So first of all, the last lady that called, or the second to the last lady, please, all you need now is a job.
Okay.
Mpachonka ubetimi enya even 100 cedis. Nanka faton faster to pure water. It will take off the thinking because you don't have money, you don't have your own source of income. So amana ya dream. When I make us say unemployment, you know, a hard dream. Say adorson. Everybody is trying to fix his or herself in this country. So me pa cho let's get our own source of income as women.
Okay.
So now we have our independence.
Mate.
And then don't discriminate.
All right.
Men discriminate you be a bon one, be a say or bodam,
Okay.
say me pamocho. Let's stop it.
All right.
Yeah.
Anita, Medasi Bebre, thank you so much for coming on the show. We hope you come back and we continue on this topic. And we'll do. And I just want to say a big thank you to all of you who called in and everyone that's watching. Tomorrow again, we're back with another edition of Max Morning, where your well-being is our passion. Remember, the life that you want to live is all in your hands. Choose wisely and do due diligence with the channel that you want to go. Yamisha Munia. My name is Kwesi Crassie. Alex_Kwesi_Crassie. That's why you find me on social media. God bless you all. Have a good one. And yes, have a fantastic week ahead of you. Bye-bye. Twali. Ani?